Saudi Aramco permit receiver latest question in answer. Question 1. Who must sign a receiver certificate? A. The issuer's foreman. B. His superintendent. C. The designated representative. D. Loss prevention. Answer. B. His superintendent. Question 2. How many steps of stop work authority? A. 7 steps. B. 3 steps. C. 5 steps. D. 2 steps. Answer. C. 5 steps. Question 3. Why do we use the work permit system? A. To renew certificate. B. To monitor contractor work hours. C. To log accident. D. To prevent accident. Answer. D. To prevent accident. Question 4. Work permit must be issued for A. Specific work at specific location. B. Specific tools and general location. C. General work at general location. D. General equipment at small work sites. Answer. A. Specific work at specific location. Question 5. Why are welding, cutting and brazing tasks in confined spaces dangerous? A. They decrease the risk of CO2 exposure. B. Flammable atmospheres and combustible material can ignite. C. They increase the risk of high oxygen levels. D. All the answer. Answer. D. All the answer. Question 6. What is discussed during the joint GI inspection? A. GI 2.709 requirement. B. Check the fire watch certificated. C. Scope of work and equipment to be used. D. Designated representative. Answer. C. Scope of work and equipment to be used. Question 7. When a fire watch be assigned? A. When gas tests are over 0.0% L. B. For any hot work. C. For high-risk job. D. Whenever a fire could occur. Answer. D. Whenever a fire could occur. Question 8. Why the equipment must be de-energized and depressurized before work is started? A. Electricity can be wasted. B. People can be injured. C. Locks and tags will be lost. D. Gas can be wasted. Answer. B. People can be injured. Question 9. What is the difference between hot and cold permit? A. Hot used ignition source. B. Cold uses ignition source. C. Both use an ignition source. D. Neither uses an ignition source. Answer. A. Hot used ignition source. Question 10. A release of hazardous liquid or gas as permit is required when A. Operator release water. B. Craftsman erect scaffold. C. Pipe fitter open a line or install blind. D. Operator drained equipment. Answer. A. Operator release water. Question 11. You should check before issuing a release permit. A. Safety harness, belt and safety glass. B. Wind direction, drainage and ignition source. C. Sewers, manway and air mover. D. Ignition source, gloves and safety shoes. Answer. B. Wind direction, drainage and ignition source. Question 12. Work permit can be issued up to A. 2 receiver shifts. B. 1 operational shift. C. 24 consecutive hours. D. 10 hours shifts. Answer. B. 1 operational shift. Question 13. What might happen if a safety problem arises and receiver does not stop work? A. Counter signature becomes void. B. His certificate expires. C. The work permit expires. D. A fire, injury or accident. Answer. D. A fire, injury or accident. Question 14. An excavated trench deeper than is considered a confined space? A. 1 meter. B. 4 feet. C. 1.8 meter. D. 3 feet. Answer. B. 4 feet. Question 15. Welding inside storage tank. What type of permit required? A. CSE and HWP. B. HWP and CWP. C. CSE and CWP. D. EOLB and CSE. Answer. A. CSE and HWP. Question 16. How long must be the issuer keep close work permit on file? A. 30 days. B. 60 days. C. 3 months. D. 3 years. Answer. C. 3 months. Question 17. What would the issuer requires when welding in hydrocarbon equipment? A. Fire department. B. Fire blanket. C. Fire extinguisher. D. Fire watch. Answer. D. Fire watch. Question 18. Restricted areas are: A. Those specific areas, which designated by department manager. B. GOSPs WIPs only. C. Area which you are restricted from entering. D. Utilities operation in the camp. Answer. A. Those specific areas, which designated by department manager. Question 19. The work permit receiver must be certified by: A. Loose prevention. B. Passing the work permit test. C. Division or department head. D. Operations foreman. Answer. B. Passing the work permit test. Question 20. For the use of a radioactive source only in a restricted area you would issue: A. Cold work permit. B. Release work permit. C. Hot work permit. D. None, as long as the area is barricaded securely. Answer. C. Hot work permit. Question 21. Whether hard copy of the work permit should be kept on the job. A. Posted at the work area. B. With the receiver. C. With the foreman. D. In a company vehicle. Answer. A. Posted at the work area. Question 22. Where does the work permit issues? A. Aramco General Services. B. Aramco Maintenance. C. CCR Office. D. Aramco Operations. Answer. D. Aramco Operations. Question 23. Which hazard can be found in a confined space? A. Natural ventilation. B. Sufficient lighting. C. Toxic atmospheres. D. All the answers. Answer. C. Toxic atmospheres. Question 24. Sandblasting requires what type of permit? A. Hot permit. B. Hot permit and release permit. C. Confined space permit. D. Cold permit. Answer. A. Hot permit. Question 25. Which of the safety precautions must be used when abrasive blasting? A. Dead man switch, dust masks. B. Air supplied hoods, dead man switch. C. Isolate, bonding. D. Foot protection, grounded equipment. Answer. B. Air supplied hoods, Dead man switch.